afield, including Europe and, well, some African countries as well have been included in this tournament in the past. And, well, now they will have a chance to view SPARTAK Moscow up against the Football School of India, moments away from getting this match underway. Well, it's Moscow that get the game underway, attacking to the right of your picture. The Football School of India will attack to the left. As far as Russia and a relationship with South Africa, I mentioned, of course, Mcbesiba having played in Russia in the past. There were a few others as SPARTAK Moscow look for the brightest of starts. Inside 20 seconds, they have fashioned a chance at goal. I don't believe the Football School of India has had a chance to have a touch on the game on the ball as yet. But the attack positive on this right-hand side now.
It could be a motivation for them. They need to start early because they're from a very cold area. So right now the heat is not really high up there. They need to start early, convert their chances as early as possible before the heat can just tamper with their combination play or their style of play. So the earlier, the better for them.
Great points. I was fortunate enough to cover the CAF Champions League game yesterday between Al Ahly and Bidvest Vets. And the point made by William Shonga in that particular match was the heat in Johannesburg 24 hours ago wasn't quite what it is today, and he felt that played into the side of Egypt in Al Ahly on that occasion, in that they came from a cold winter out in Egypt and the conditions were somewhat encouraging for them. So it's SPARTAK again on this right side. Lovely movement then in the positive wing play from Prosh Liakov with the number 13 on his back. Now, in the way of this SPARTAK side, Mo, it's interesting to, of course, note that the development side for the senior side known as SPARTAK Moscow Worldwide, they do have a good number of their players that already do have a senior contract, albeit many of them are 17 and 16 years of age, but 6 of them have already been given their senior contracts, and well, we'll be looking forward to moving it up a notch, in fact a couple of notches, in the way of being bumped up to the top flight of Russian football. So we will expect them, of course, to bring a acumen to this game that may be a bit too much for the Football School of India. In fact, the way they've started this game suggests they are the much stronger of the two sides, and here they are pushing forward again. Movement is positive from Prosh Liakov.
One thing for sure, the Russian players are looking into impressing and making that senior team, since they are already having contracts with the senior team. So they're definitely here to just make that mark that when they go back home, they just convert them into the senior players as young as they are. 17 years old, it's not a bad start for them.
For the most part, they are 17 here. There are a couple of 16-year-olds in this Moscow side, and all of the attacks happening on the right-hand side. Lovely skill in, well, creating the opening then, and in the end, a good save from Singh. The opening fashioned in by Laptev, and well, 3 minutes gone by, we've seen 3 attacks on this right-hand side, and each of them has very nearly provided a goal-scoring opportunity, if not a shot at goal. And it's a chance almost every minute coming from this right-hand side and starting off this match.
They're looking into converting their chances very early. Laptev Vladimir, it's his second chance right now, so definitely wants to convert the chances as early, and then they can control the pace of the game and the tempo, considering the factors that I've indicated earlier on. So they are looking good in terms of them going forward.
Positive movement. The first time we've seen that left side come to life. It's Mitroga with the 7 in his back here. The pace in the start of the game here from the SPARTAK side has certainly caught the School of India off guard somewhat. They haven't had a chance to put their foot on the ball here collectively, and while string together just a couple of passes, holding on to the ball is in a tough ask inside the opening 4 or 5 minutes. Again, on the near side, the Laptev. It's all looking too easy for SPARTAK, and all the little ball in behind that defense was an interesting one. In the end, the goalkeeper read that situation well.
Well, he's been using his feet. It's the second time now using his feet. He needs to start grabbing the ball, maybe build the confidence from all the way at the back.
Mitroga with the ball forward, the movement here of Rush Liakov. He's gotten beyond one. They've created another chance from this right side. And, well, all inside 5 minutes, 5 attacks, most of them happening on the right side. And they've eventually found the back of the net. For the Football School of India, they're yet to get to string together passes, and already they're picking the ball out of the back of the net.
School of India seems to be defending very deep in their own half. I don't know if they're here to contribute goals to the teams, but they need to take the game to the Russian team, because nothing is really happening in terms of them having a proper combination play. They still seem to looking into finding each other in the field of play, and of which there's not enough time for them to start building up from the back and maybe being a very slow team. They need to take the game to Russia, test the defense as early as possible.
Well, they did kick off after having conceded the goal, meaning they were able to put together 2 or 3 passes before losing it all to the Moscow side. But if you are just joining us, it's been one-way traffic here, and what we've seen inside the opening 5 minutes suggests we could see a whole lot of goals from the left side. All looking way too easy for SPARTAK. We mentioned the difference in class, considering you've got some SPARTAK lads that have already signed for the senior national team. Of course, we haven't touched on the fact that a few of them play for the under-17 Russian national team as well, meaning the difference in class is very evident in what we've seen.
They're building very well. They're participating in so many, and they seem to be coming to the party. I can tell you Russian teams are developing them not very bad at all.
Got the skill on that far side, the ball in, another opportunity at goal maybe coming up here. Well, it's pass after pass, and I don't think they've put in a tackle where they've won the ball back as yet, have the Football School of India. At this point, it's almost as though we are watching a coaching drill where it's attackers against defenders, and I'll tell you what, these attackers look to be outnumbering the defenders, although I can assure you it is 11 against 11.
It is definitely 11 against 11, but it doesn't seem to go well for School of India.
Carelessly given away. There's the shot and the save then from Singh, who had to make up for that initial error. He's touched the ball the most of the School of India side here. No one else has touched the ball as much as he has. I'm sure the other lads would love to get a feel of the ball here, but with 7 minutes gone by, it's just the men in red having it all their way. They've got the corner now. It's another opportunity. It's a shot almost every 30 seconds.
Something is worrying me with the defense of India. There seems to be no communication at all. They're just there ball watching, maybe chasing any rolling ball. They're not challenging their oppositions as they should be, or maybe trained from the training ground. They just seem to be following the ball every now and then. They're not connecting with the ball at all. If you can see right there, Moroskov Dimitri was just laying the ball for his fellow teammate so easily, and there were 2 players in front of him.
Well, it's yet another run that's overdone this time around from a SPARTAK point of view. Ratov, the man who did way too much and passed up the opportunity to pull the trigger. It's worth mentioning as well, Mo, as much as we've mentioned the fact that they've signed a few of them, a good 6 of them, signed out of the squad for the senior team, and there's a good number of them that play for the national team, but they are those that have been together since the age of 6 in the SPARTAK side, which helps in the way of an understanding of the play and understanding each other. And here they are once again pushing forward, and that cutback looked a bit too strong. Stretching play out wide on this near side with Laptev. But you can see that understanding.
They're getting each other. They seem to be communicating enough when they get to the final third. One gets to jump the ball and lay it over for his fellow teammate on time, and it seems that it's working for them. They communicate a lot, and communications at times helps when you're in the field of play.
Good closing down right from the front. They are rattled, the youngsters from the Football School of India. Again, the busiest player by a stretch, a long stretch here is Singh. And I'm sure he'd love to see the ball on the other side of the field. And up to this point, if you're just joining us, we haven't had a look at Eleferenko just yet. That's the man between the sticks for SPARTAK Moscow. just getting the ball over that halfway line has proven a thorough struggle for the School of India. They've got some defending to do once again as the passers see the men in red pushing forward and in the end unable to release Proshliakov.
I mean, in the middle of the park, the School of India has not touched the ball. The keeper has had so many touches on the ball, more than the players that are actually in the middle of the park.
Well, the difference in class is evident for all to see here. The young South African, in this case, gets a feel of the ball. Then in Ndombela, the Soweto-born man. Dlamini's the other. It's a part of the squad. On the ball now is Palmer. Coming one out on that far side. He's got options inside that box, and it's amazing the amount of space he's allowed to advance into that box before he was allowed to try and pick out a teammate. Didn't lose the ball, it was blocked, the pass, rather than one of the defenders taking it off his feet. Now, there's another opportunity coming up. Good save from Singh, the outstanding player so far for the School of India.
Well, his confidence is high up there. He's been the man so far. His confidence is high up there. He's saving the team. His fellow teammates are not coming to the party. As much as considered earlier on, he's trying to pull his weight and just trying to save the team, but it doesn't seem like his fellow teammates want to be a part of it.
If it was a boxing match, the coach would throw in the white towel at this point, or throw in the towel, or the referee would stop it. But yes, yet another attack. Good movement. Byline, the cutback. 2-0, all too easy for Sergeant.
School of India, they sing flames right now. They can't seem to communicate. They can't seem to have any combination play. Look at how Lapter Vladimir runs them down. And he just lays it for Falma Kerala. Very easy for him to just tap it into the back of the net. It's so easy for Russia to actually just practice what they've done in the training ground and try and convert their chances, and it's working for them.
Well, Falma is the man that finds the back of the net. It's 2-0 to the SPARTAK side here. It could be as much as 4 with just 11-12 minutes gone by, and keep in mind 30 minutes a half, so at this rate they are creating a chance just about at every minute, and winning the ball back is not too difficult. Creating those chances is proving not too difficult at all, and neither is burying them, although they don't quite find the target this time around. I don't think I've ever covered a match where the goalkeeper gets the most touches of any player on the field, but in the case of the Football School of India, that is the case here. No one has come close to touching the ball as much as Singh.
Even a combination play starting from the back just to go towards the goalkeeper of Russia, nothing has happened for them. They can't even connect 3 touches.
Beraderi is the man that pushes forward here. 17-year-old with the early ball forward. Yet another opportunity and yet another goal. Is the assist this time for Nikita Markitesov with the 10 on his back, and Proshliakov is having it all his own way, then popping up to bury yet another. We are halfway just about through this first half, and well, the question is how much or how many can they bury?
We can actually see the top goal scorer from this tournament today.
Yeah. Tell you what, there'll be other sides that will still have fixtures coming up against the Football School of India, and watching this particular match, they'll most probably be fancying their chances at racking up their confidence and getting a few goals in there. So far we've got the 3 goal scorers, and if you are just joining us, yes, it's 3-0 with 13 minutes gone by. It could have been 4 or 5-0 in all honesty. This is as far as it gets for the Football School of India. In fact, this is the most passes they've put together so far since this match got underway. Getting over that halfway line has been a real struggle with the ball in their possession. Just about every time they attack, SPARTAK create a chance at goal. This time, the only thing that's denied them the chance is that they're straight offside.
Other things is where the age gap between the Russian team and the Indian team, it's just 2 years. They can actually play with them, because even the Russian team has players that are just 16 years old, just like India is 16 years old and 17 years old.
Oh, they found the back of the net again. And SPARTAK Moscow, it's 4 goals in 15 minutes. In 14 and a half, it's all too easy. Credit to the youngsters from Russia as Mitroga finds the back of the net, but they're not letting up. If your opponents are there for the taking, well, keep banging them away. And as easy as it's looking, credit to them, they're not taking their foot off their pedal here. They're putting foot and putting these chances away.
I see everyone is going to score a goal in this team, in the Russian team. The Indian team doesn't seem to be wanting to win this game actually, or just to convert their chances. They keep on going back every time they have the ball. It was an offside for them, but they gave the opposition team the ball.
Lost it inside their own half on a number of occasions, and there they are. For the first time really with the ball at their feet, getting over the halfway line, but holding on to it has proven a real struggle. What's even more difficult from them, or for them, is winning the ball off of the Russians rather than the Russians giving it away. Here they are again with the movement from Laptev on this near side. Numbers getting inside that box. The cut back! Singh with yet another blinder of a save. Pressure still on. Proshliakov will keep it alive. Good save from Singh, that.
A very good save. He's still in the game. He still wants to win it for the team. He's just trying to motivate them by pulling those saves, but it doesn't seem that the team is connecting with him.
It's allowed to run on. Well, good movement in the third man running, and that provides the 5th goal. That's 5 goals in just over 15 minutes here. Well, you could do the math then, break it down to the law of averages, but it's a game that's, I think it's safe to say, well beyond the football school of India now. It's all about damage control, and a lot of damage has been done.
I think they need to save themselves and play a simple style of play, because they have 2 players from Ekasi, so they can just play kum, just pump it to the opponent's half and see what happens on the other side. That's what the coach would say to us. Just pump the ball in their half, run at them and see what happens there. Maybe you can get a chance.
Yep. And trying to play the ball out from defensive areas, they seem to be playing themselves into trouble here. The goal coming at a regular rate here. Proshliakov, a man who's got a brace now, and he is the tournament top goal scorer, is safe to say. But, well, for the school based in Mumbai, where it was founded by 3 former stalwarts of the Indian national team, they've got some serious problems here. Many of you will have noted that the Indian Super League is one that kicked off just a few years ago, and Deshi Bhaktawa, in fact, amongst those that are coaching out that side. He is a goalkeeper coach. That's why he's disappeared off to, for those of you that are wondering. He spends his time between India and Atletico Madrid with the juniors, and every now and then we get to see him on the sidelines out in the Indian Super League. It's all about Russia for now, and it's all about SPARTAK Moscow. Mentioned there were a few South Africans that have played their football out in Russia, the likes of Jacob Lecheto in years gone by. We touched on Macbeth Sibaya. Macbeth, or rather Matthew Booth, I meant to say, is another that not only played a good number of years out in Russia, but was at the end of the season on a good few occasions selected for the best side. As yet another goal is buried here, and it's all too easy. 6. Lambs to the slaughter. Mentioned earlier, if this was a boxing match, the referee would have stopped it, or they would have thrown in the towel already.
I would have thrown it in. I can tell you that. There's one thing that is happening to the Indian team. They just don't believe it. They can't seem to believe it, and the coach can't seem to actually believe it as well. They may have had a combination play or style of play that they've planned. This is an AstroTurf. The Indian team are training and they're using an AstroTurf. They cannot even blame it on the turf. The heat, they can accommodate them.
That's good determined play, and well, he's well, not only won it back, he's gotten beyond the 2 players. He's muscled the ball from and fashioned the chance all on his own then. And it all started with the Indians having had possession of the ball, and they will make a change here. It looks as though it may happen before the end of this first half. But for poor Singh, between the sticks. He's come up with, what, 3 or so good saves, but that's it. He's conceded 6 already inside 20 minutes. SPARTAK, Russia's most successful club, having won the league out in Russia on 12 occasions. And well, you can tell they are doing a good job in the way of developing their players as well, and their development. Mentioned a good number of these players have been together since the age of 6. Here they are like 10 years later. The understanding between them is there for all to see. Markitesov.
Anything they get in Russian team, they're just going into opposition's half, and the 18 area, they're trying to convert every chance that they're getting. Whichever style of play that they have, whatever they want to do, they just want to see the ball hitting the back of the net.
With all due respect to the football school of India, it's almost as though SPARTAK Moscow is playing against cones out in that field. There they go again. It's another attack from Mitroga this time. There's a good challenge to slow them down now. Can the men in yellow get over that halfway line and get their first shot at goal? Never mind on target, but it's just not coming together. No movement for the man on the ball. Lack of ideas in how to get the ball forward together collectively. And the real struggle here is how to stop the Russians, who look good for a goal just about every time they attack. Corner to SPARTAK Moscow.
Could it be maybe that they're intimidated by the body of the Russian players?
There is a definite size difference here. Well spotted then with the Moscow players much better developed, if I may, in the way of their physicality. Tell this a professional outfit that has done some serious work with these youngsters from a very young age. Russia looking to invest in their future, and it's all looking good for them for the time being. India, a nation that's well, better known for their cricketing exploits with the likes of Sachin Tendulkar and many others that are world famous, and of course many of us will know of the atmosphere out in India in the way of cricket matches. No nation likes to go visit and play out in India. It's almost like a soccer match, the way they support every ball and celebrate just about every strike of the ball out there. Lovely passion. They're looking to develop in the beautiful game as well in the way of football. Looking much better from them in the build-up out on that far side, the football school of India. All praise down then, and all the battle on then for Iyer and trying to win it back. Palmer, one of the goal scorers in this first half. Space. The deflection then could have gone anywhere. It's gone out for the corner, but too much space afforded Nikita Markitesov. Now, we've seen them break the opponents down on numerous occasions in open play. We also touched on the fact that physically they are bigger, stronger, faster. What can they do with a dead ball situation? Lift it up in the air, and again, so much time for 2 or 3 touches just outside of the little box. You don't see that every day. Usually you've only got 1 or 2 at most inside that area.
You're not allowed room to have comfort in the area. Just the ball on the chest is enough. When it goes down, somebody must be blocking it, or you must be volleying the ball. But right now, it seems like Russia, they just can control the ball, find comfort, and then push it forward, and then take a shot. So it seems like the Indian team, are just pulling back into their own half, into their own 18 area, and not giving them a chance or room to play what they would like to play.
Reading the body language of the School of India lads, some of them may have been hanging in their heads already as SPARTAK push forward and bury yet another. It's Prashliakov who's now got possibly the quickest hat-trick in future champs history. That's his 3rd, and SPARTAK Moscow's 7th.
Might as well be recorded as the fastest hat-trick in our season, I promise you.
All too easy. Byline, and no one putting pressure on the crust, no one putting pressure on the finish. They have dropped their shoulders, they are hanging their heads, and at this point, it looks as though the Football School of India can't wait to hear the whistle going for the half-time break.
Maybe they'll have something at halftime in the change room.
Well, at this point, just a shot at goal would be a huge improvement on their part to deny Moscow the shots that are coming in at the rate at which they're coming in, but also help their cause. Though many will be feeling it's a lost cause. Again, another cross, and should have been goal number 4, should have been goal number 8 overall. 4, it should have been for Proshliakov, who's already on a hat-trick, just scored to get his hat-trick a minute ago.
Every 2 minutes, Proshliakov is converting the chances, the crosses that are coming in from Lapter Vladimir. He always tries and he finds himself in the box and tap the ball very easy. He hasn't had a difficult goal to score. All the balls that he's been scoring are just tapping.
Well, they are making a real statement. Spartak Moscow, yes, their opponents seem to have thrown in the towel some time ago. But the fact that they are pushing on and they keep creating the chances at the rate at which they are, and they keep burying them as well, means they are a side that can't be ignored. Keep in mind, we've got the likes of Atletico Madrid in this tournament, former winners, of course, from Spain. Club Tijuana from Mexico, again another club that's a former champion in this tournament that is taking part. And Orlando Pirates of South Africa, Bidvest West finalists last year, losing out to Atletico Madrid. Mamelodi Sundowns, they also impressed last year. And the Safa Tshwane team, Tshwane, of course, for those of you that may not be in the know, being Pretoria, the nation's capital. They were in action earlier on in the match. We brought you live before this current encounter. Ended in a 1-1 scoreline against the All-Stars from Nigeria. Easier to go back than forward, yeah?
That's the only way for them to actually play the ball. They need to take it back to the keeper. The keeper is also pulling some back heels every now and then.
Mitroga. Marketesov. Offside here is Mitroga. Again, one of the goal scorers in this match. There is one player we haven't seen at all as yet from a Spartak Moscow point of view. It is Vlad Eleferenko. That is the goalkeeper for Spartak Moscow. The ball has hardly gotten over that halfway line. It's done so maybe on 2 or 3 occasions. He is so far outside of his box, outside of your picture, just to show how comfortable proceedings are. Good skill, good strength. In the end, good block in denying Proshliakov his 4th goal in this first half.